Welcome to Paul's. My name is Bentley. I am the current chaplain for Marin Interfaith Street Chaplaincy. And only got to know Marianne in the last year. And wanted to share a little bit about my thoughts of what I got to experience. The things we wanted to do today, and we do have some recording going on because her beloved Edward is down in LA and he couldn't be here. And so he was one of the first people I called. And so I think there is that sense of calling in all the people that Marianne's life touched, because she was a person of grace and beauty. And getting these flowers just a little while ago, I was talking to the florist and I was just like, oh, she would have loved these. It was fun just picking out flowers for Marianne. It was fun visiting Marianne. It was, you're never sure quite what the conversation was going to be. Was it going to be art? Was it going to be philosophy? Was it going to be Star Wars? Was it going to be, there was going to be laughter. There was going to be a little bit of challenge, but always with this spirit of grace. So a little note on how we're going to do this service. We're going to open up some time where you all can share, those of you who have some words to say. We also thought, just because she was such a gifted pianist, that we would have Tom play a song at some point. And thank you already, Tom, for leading us into just this space. But he had a jazz tune that he thought she might like. And so I'm going to give my reflections. We'll let Tom play, and then I think we'll have some space for other people to give any reflections that they might have. And then afterwards, we're going to move over into the reception hall, and we're going to try to be as neat as possible because this beautiful community is doing their Palm Sunday brunch on Sunday. But what I wanted to share with you was that yesterday would have been Marianne's 70th birthday. And about 3 months ago, when I found that out, I was asking her, well, can we throw you a big party? And she did not like that idea at all. And I was like, but you're so beloved. And she's like, well, we can throw a birthday party for everybody. In her honor, is what she said. And so we're still going to do that. We're going to have, our chef who makes our wellness dinners on Tuesday nights made us a cake, and his wife made us some cookies. And so we're going to go have Marianne's 70th birthday party for everybody. Because that was Marianne. She was always about creating relationships, always about creating community, but she didn't actually like the word community. She distrusted that word. She felt like people abused that word to sort of make peace when there was no peace. She didn't feel like it was authentic enough. And that is partly one facet of what I remember, is she was just ferociously honest and authentic, and would cut through any sort of fluff. Even though she is this woman of grace and an artist that painted in pastels, all of it was with intention. There was no extra flourish. And so she didn't want you to pretty up something and call it community when it was something else. My friend, the artist, is what I will remember. She was a woman of grace and class, which reminds me that that level of grace has nothing to do with prestige or class or station in life. It is a way of holding oneself with dignity that, once again, is honest and authentic and with integrity. The first time I really got to sit with her was last summer. probably around May. And Paul and I went and visited her home. And she wanted to know about me. Not so much to share a lot about her. She was a very private person, which was hard because so many of you were asking about her so often. And I could really only say that she was doing okay, because that's what she wanted to be shared. She wanted also to be shared that she was praying for you. And she did. She meant it. She asked about many of you often. And she prayed for you. But she didn't want what she was going through to be chatted about, because again, she was a woman of grace and dignity. And she wanted to know about me on that first visit, because she wanted to find out if I was trustworthy, if the chaplaincy could be trusted with me. And so she had all kinds of questions about my background and how I came to be. And I thought that's what it was the first time. It was a test. But over time, I began to learn she was just intensely curious. She wanted to know people's stories, what made them smile, what made them laugh, how they understood beauty in the world. Where was their curiosities? She delighted in humanity and the humanities. She understood art and grace and space in ways that only a dancer or an artist could. And she was those things. Down into her soul, into her bones, in the ways in which she made us a thing that, what do we call it? Because do we call it community? Do we dare? Are we worthy of such a term? Are we trustworthy of being the community that she wanted to cultivate? I think we are, perhaps. One of the things that will be sort of the test of that is she entrusted the chaplaincy with a small amount of money, not a large amount. She had 2 people that she wanted gifts given to, and those have been given. And the rest, she just wanted the people that she cared about to be taken care of when they could be. And so what we have decided to do is we will have the Anne Beauchamp Chaplaincy Fund. We're not really quite sure how that's going to work, but it's a pay it forward thing. So when our people need something, if we have the funds, we will try to provide what we can. And we will ask people to give back what they can when they can. For those of you who are interested in such a fund, we will also certainly be taking donations for such a fund. Because this woman of grace and beauty, her dance continues. We are her artwork. So perhaps that's it. We're not community. We are Marianne's masterpiece. And today is the day after what would have been her 78th birthday. So happy birthday, everyone. Tom, will you play us your tune?